Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Today is January 6th. It is Super Bowl weekend. We are all very excited. Come on, it's the big game. Seahawks, Patriots. We got everything in store for you. Be sure to stay for the whole show. We have everything, props, picks, all that stuff and more. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Davis, Super Bowl 60. It's here. Unfortunately, like we all thought, the Birds not in it. Tough pill to swallow because, we're on Super Bowl, off the Super Bowl, on the Super Bowl, off the Super Bowl. It's a little bit of adjustment, but it's all good. We have a great, fresh, fun matchup in store. Sort of a rematch, two different teams, but nonetheless, Super Bowl 6 is here. Pats, Seahawks this Sunday. You excited at all? It's that time of the year. One last football game. Like, come on, it's got to be a little
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
exciting. I feel like it's actually a little bit more exciting because it's not Patrick Mahomes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fresh matchup. Exactly.
And I hate to be that guy, but with the Eagles not in it, at least we don't have to stress out too much. Just actually relax and enjoy and watch. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Two fun matchups. The upcoming Patriots, which is crazy to even say, but Vrabel kind of leading a young team with Drake May at the helm, all that stuff, but like a young defense, a lot of guys still figuring out their role. But on the other side, Darnold coming back from kind of a Cinderella NFL story, drafted third, I think. Kind of went up and down, went to the Panthers, then was a backup year for the Niners that ended up really helping him. Found his footing in Minnesota, and now here with the Seahawks, kicking some ass, may I say, too, because Seahawks look great. The offense looks great. Their quarterback looks great. The coach just got hired allegedly by the Raiders. I mean, there's a lot that's going for both teams. Honestly, Dave, it's kind of a win-win Super Bowl for a lot of fans. I mean, obviously, if you hate the Patriots and everything they stand for, I kind of get that. But it's a fun Super Bowl. Who cares who wins and loses? Like you said, it's not Patrick Mahomes. It's the Patriots, but it's not the continuum of an evil empire. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I'm really excited.
Totally.
So let's break it.
Amir put in a great comment already. Very, very quick. The Birds are still winning Super Bowl champion. 2 more days. So.
Yeah, make sure you say that. Make sure you see someone in the street. You're just like, hey, go Birds, still world champs. They got to take the belt off of us first. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we're still champs. Still world champs.
So just let somebody know that the Eagles are still world champions. Somewhere in my hoodie, if I could turn around, you'd see the 2 Super Bowl trophies on there. But a lot of things to be excited about for the Eagles. Honestly, let's take this second. RIP Jeff Stoutland. Sucks.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, I just want to know, is he really what? It seemed like a problem. It really seemed like a big problem. For him to have to leave, Sirianni and Patullo were in the background, scheming run designs without Stoutland's help, and it's I don't know. It's kind of the Jim Schwartz situation where he just put in his resignation letter for the Browns.
Yeah,
he was like, "Look, this was your time to hire me.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I'm not just gonna sit here and be coddled and not try to take your head coaching job or take a step up." And Stoutland felt slighted, and I don't mind it. But did you hear the reports today about Landon Dickerson?
Yeah, and then there's additional reports about Lane Johnson. So a lot of things to be worried
possible
about.
Retirement conversation for Landon Dickerson, if no one
and
saw
Lane,
that.
yeah.
No, and Lane, obviously, because he's on the other side.
Landon's only 27 and his body's falling apart. Really sad, honestly. Then David Shue in the chat just threw in JSN anytime touchdown lock. Yeah. I'd say it's probably such a lock. It's probably minus 200 at this point. JSN is, the biggest weapon. I kind of love it, though. JSN is going to have a big game. But yeah, Stoutland, very sad, especially with Dickerson maybe leaving, maybe Lane leaving. Feels like a turning point for the Birds, but We could talk about this all day. Let's turn our attention to the Super Bowl, Davis. Talk about the other birds, the lesser birds, the Seahawks and the Patriots.
The dirty birds.
The dirty birds for sure. I'm very excited for this game taking place in San Francisco. I've heard someone say all outdoor games this playoff, and it ends with another outdoor Super Bowl. I think you told me that on Tuesday or Monday, whenever.
Yeah, and the last time the Super Bowl was played in Santa Clara, Super Bowl 50. That's the Cam Newton not dropping on the football, being a little, you know what? I'm not going to say it. But.
Yeah, 100%. But in terms of this game, Davis. In terms of this game, though, I mean, spread's only 4.5. I feel like they're just kind of giving the Seahawks the 2 extra points just because, they killed the Niners. They took care of the Rams pretty much. I'm really excited for this game in terms of, like, what's going to happen. And I hate to say that, it's so cliche, but, like, the Seahawks are truly the favorite, sure. But, like, this game is very even. And, like, the Patriots clearly not the better team. Maybe even the lesser offense, but you can't tell me the Patriots haven't played good teams. You can't tell me the Patriots haven't played top defenses. They got through Denver in Denver. They got through the Houston Texans, which people were talking about that defense like, I mean, God himself created it. They were flying around this year, a lot of edge, work that was very good for Anderson, Hunter. But I really don't know what to make of, like, who's an advantage, who's going to do what. Because both defenses have been locked in, both offenses have been locked in. We'll get to our predictions later, but what is the under? 46.5. I kind of like that.
I think that actually might be down to 45.5. But
I do like that, by the way, just because this is just such a big game, and these two teams are gonna like, they spent 2 weeks preparing for this. They've been watching all the film. They know every single one of May's tendencies. Obviously, you probably can't watch the AFC Championship game too closely because it was hindered by weather and all sorts of other stuff. An alleged shoulder injury from May as well. But Davis, just to before we give our picks, what direction do you think this game goes in?
I mean, you would have to think it's going to be a defensive battle, right? I agree with that 46.5, which is at some books down to 45.5. I would take the under, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the under just because it's going to be, I don't like rooting for that in the Super Bowl. I want to see an electric game. But I mean, speaking of the AFC Championship and the 2 weeks to prepare, I was actually just going to say that, both these coaches now have so much film on each other. Yeah. And it was actually kind of amazing that the Denver Broncos did not put a QB spy out. Vance Joseph just completely decided to let Drake May do whatever he wanted, no spy, and he basically shredded their defense, especially on the ground. So I would expect that Mike Macdonald will make that change. And on the other side, I think that Christian Gonzalez just matches up with JSN wherever he is on the field. And
talk about a fun matchup.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with Dave. I think that he definitely could get in the end zone. He's minus 110 right now. So you're getting almost even odds for potentially the best wide receiver to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be a tough task with Gonzalez on him. So that's the Vrabel side of hey, we know what their strength is. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. We're going to make Sam Darnold beat us by throwing to anybody else. And you'll see in a little bit, including Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp, who could have a big game here, I think. We'll see. When the lights are shining bright, we're going to see some new names coming out, and I think that Cooper Kupp could be one of them.
Yeah, him or Shaheed, I agree, are going to get a lot of looks because of Gonzalez. And, it depends on who Gonzalez is matched up against. He could be, going up against Shaheed or Kupp. But this is the kind of game that I wish they had Amazon Prime Vision for this, because we could see, the all 22, see each matchup, see everything evolve. I would love to watch Gonzalez versus Smith and Jigba the entire game. David, again, saying the Patriots are frauds. They're sneaky terrible. People like to say that, David. They like to point to the schedule of the Patriots. They like to say a lot of things. And then David just follow up again. Seahawks are way better on both sides of the ball. 100%. It's hard to argue that, honestly, right now. I mean, the Seahawks are a fantastic team. They have some great wins on the resume. If this is college football, they would be undoubtedly the #1 team in the nation. But this is not college football. This is the National Football League. there's a lot of grown men on both sides of the ball, on both teams that you've never heard of that will make an impact in this game. Look at the last Super Bowl between the Seahawks and the Patriots. Chris Matthews, a receiver that
Yeah.
nobody has heard of since, had the biggest game of his life.
Pretty
And
sure he may have had 0 catches going into that game.
yeah,
First
he had like,
career.
and he had like 4 or 5 catches with 100 yards and a touchdown. Like the
Yeah.
guy went off, didn't do anything after that game. Guys just show up in the biggest moment, and like, you know, there's 22 men on that field at any moment. You have no idea what's going to happen. So, Davis, let's get into like a little bit of, you know, if you're watching on YouTube or Instagram, what's on the screen, some of these, you know, touchdown scores and just overall picks before we get into specific props. What are you feeling on where to go? Who's going to score?
Yeah, touchdown score is tough, especially if you're considering taking the under, right? Because if you take the under, you're looking at guys, not as many touchdowns being scored on the field, obviously. So you got to be a little strategic on who you want to pick, and you'll see in my props. I'll toss it up there. Let's just see. I'll give you some of my props here. So let's start off with Cooper Kupp. I've got Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown scorer. I've also got him over 3.5 receptions. That's plus 135. I mean, I just think that that's a catch a quarter. And, you know, Jackson Smith and Jigba very well could go for 9 for 120 and a touchdown. But Gonzalez is, again, I'm assuming and thinking Gonzalez is going to be locked on the JSN. So that's going to leave some parts of the field open. So we've got Kupp in there. I also have Hunter Henry, first touchdown scorer.
I like that.
14-1. The Seahawks defense has been great all year, right? The one weakness they've had all year has been tight ends, and Hunter Henry's been very quiet the last few weeks. So
Him and Drake got a good repertoire. I like that a lot.
I mean, throughout the year, I'm pretty sure Hunter Henry may have had, if not the most touchdowns.
He's a sneaky good tight end. He catches
behind
it
Dallas
all.
Goedert. Yeah, behind Dallas Goedert. I'm pretty sure he may have had the most receiving touchdowns in the league this year. Obviously, snow game last week or 2 weeks ago. We can just ignore that. So I'm going to ride on the low side. I'm going to buy low on Hunter Henry here. And then I've got Travion Henderson and Kenneth Walker down below.
Ooh.
These are not anytime touchdown score bets.
All right, well, give it to us.
Kenneth Walker easily could get in, right? Let's start with him.
Yeah.
I've got Kenneth Walker over 21.5 receiving yards. Heard a stat that in playoff type games this year, so teams that made the playoffs that the Seahawks played or in the playoffs, Kenneth Walker has gone over, I think he's averaging like about 40 receiving yards a game.
Yeah.
And this is now without Charbonnet.
I was going to ask, is Charbonnet out for the Super Bowl too, I assume?
Yeah. So I think that this number is just way too low. 21.5 receiving yards. Travion Henderson. This is the shot in the dark, but this makes or breaks.
It is, because I thought about this too. I love Travion Henderson, but I don't know if Mike Vrabel loves Travion Henderson as much as we do. And I'm not to say that he doesn't like him, but he clearly likes Stevenson, and he's given Stevenson a bit of a second chance here this playoffs, especially last game. He does trust him running the ball more, but my kind of thing is maybe Henderson gets a catch out of the backfield. Maybe it counts for a rush. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for that, but I really like what you said when you said shot in the dark.
Yes. No, exactly. And Travion Henderson did not play much in that Denver game, but we've also seen throughout the year he's had issues holding on to the football. I mean, he's clearly had
him and Stevenson, both of them.
Correct. And if we want to talk about it a little more, and Drake May. Travion Henderson did not get a lot of snaps 2 weeks ago, but I think that's because Vrabel didn't want the ball in his hands just for ball security reasons.
It's wet, outside, it's snowy, it's gross out. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the vet. I'm going to go with Ramondre Stevenson. And I think that some of these props on Travion Henderson are way too low this week. His receiving prop, Ethan, this might blow your mind if you haven't seen it yet.
I'm ready.
Over under 2.5 yards. I'm taking the over.
Wow.
Over 2.5 yards. I actually also have him 15 yards.
Davis, it is that
5-1.
It is that line for a reason.
I know. Yep, I know. Because is he going to play? I think he is, though. Like,
I think he's going to play. I agree he's going to play. And
if you think he's going to get even 4 carries, which is pretty much his season low this year, I have his over this week on rushing yards at 16.5.
Ooh.
I mean, I think both those props are really juicy.
The 16.5 is a little bit better than the 2.5, just because.
Let's go down to touchdown score 2. His touchdown score right now, I don't have it in pocket, plus 480. Plus 480. You can get the Seattle defense at plus 550.
Yeah,
He is worse odds than Matt Collins to score a touchdown right now. Eagles legend, a Super Bowl winner,
I
Matt
like Matt Collins.
Collins.
I almost was gonna put Matt Collins on my screen, but I'm not sure yet. I
Yeah.
do.
And I was gonna say my
Go
last
ahead.
one. Sorry.
Go ahead.
My last one. Will there be a 2-point conversion? Yes. Is plus 300. 3-1.
Ooh,
I think that both these teams, I think this is going to be a close enough game that someone's going to have to go for 2. And I think at this point, teams in the NFL are getting 2-point conversions at over a 50% rate. So I would rather take the 3-1 than like the plus 140-ish. Will there
yeah,
be a
yeah,
2-point
yeah.
conversion? I'm taking the
I liked your Hunter Henry pick, but I think I like that one the most. I liked the 2-point conversion because I like regardless of whether it's gonna be high scoring or low scoring, I think it's gonna be a fun competitive game, and these coaches will do whatever it takes to win. I love a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Then
Totally
we got
agree.
David in the chat, just throwing out some of his picks. I guess he's just camping out in the books right now, but he said
I love
AJ
it.
Barner anytime, JSN anytime, Kenneth Walker 110 plus pass and rush yards. I like that a lot, David. I actually really like that. AJ Barner, very slept on tight end. He had a couple like 3 to 4 catch games, high yards. The dude's a really athletic runner. He's just, not the number one option when you have JSN and, a couple of those running backs. But I love this. I do. The only thing I don't love maybe is Kenneth Walker 110 pass and rush yards. That's just a lot of yards for a Super Bowl. Because this is the kind of thing where like they'll put any running back in any situation to win. And like you never know. You never know. Like they have that
By the way,
number 30 running back.
that parlay is almost 14-1.
Wow. All right.
I
You're
just
right
did it.
on it.
I
Right
just
on
did
it,
it.
Davis. Yeah, I do like that, David. I do like that a lot. All right, let's
I
get
don't
to
mind
mine.
The Barner pick at all.
I do like the Barner pick a
Sneaky.
lot, actually. All right, so these are mine. Let's go around the horn before we get to the warning label. Start with Drake May, 2+ passing touchdowns. Everybody's talking about his shoulder. Everybody's talking about, he's a young quarterback. Dan Marino has been here before, never got back. All this type of stuff. I think Drake May is going to ball out. I think 2 touchdowns is pretty safe. But I'm pretty sure that was like plus 125 or something like that on this DraftKings Sportsbook. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to take note of that because I do love Drake May.
Plus 134.
134. And then Diggs, anytime touchdown. Love Diggs in the Super Bowl. I mean, this is a guy that's been grinding many years to get here. Who knows if he will be back? You can talk about Drake May coming back, but I don't know about Diggs. This is kind of like everyone thought he wasn't going to be good this year. He's been kicking ass, to be honest. He had a great year for the Patriots. I do love him to score here. I wouldn't talk about yards or any of that stuff because, like I said, it's the Super Bowl. They could throw, a route that's usually Diggs's and Matt Collins, like we've been talking about. He's going to catch that too. So I don't know. I like him to score though. Then Leonard Williams, 1+ sack. Kind of showing my hand in who I think is going to win, but I do think that the Seahawks defense is going to eat regardless. They're going to get in there. They're too good not to get a couple sacks. And their best player is Leonard Williams by far. Talking about a resurgence with Sam Darnold. This guy's had a resurgence. He was also a top 10 pick, I believe that by the Jets, or maybe, it was the Jets a while ago as well, actually.
There's the Jets.
And he was fantastic this year. So I think Leonard Williams will shine the biggest stage. And then the top left, if you're watching, I just wanted to throw in a Malcolm Butler picture because you got to. It's Seahawks Patriots. All right.
There is a prop out there. Amir. I really
I do like this. Both quarterbacks that throw an interception. Our friend Amir just threw that out there. I like that a lot. Like we said, it's the Super Bowl. These guys will do whatever it takes. But what were you saying?
With Leonard Williams, I mean, he's going to be matching up against shorty arms Will Campbell that everyone's ruthlessly.
Hey, I love Will Campbell. Watch it, dude.
No,
watch it.
They're attacking him though. Like,
yeah,
the media is attacking him. That literally they're just saying like his short arms, like he can't block. And
different side of the ball, but they're doing that to Ruben Bain too. Can't be doing that.
Yeah. But the Leonard Williams, he's going to be matched up with him.
Yeah,
I actually saw something this week about Leonard Williams. True. Will Leonard Williams get a strip sack in this game because Drake May fumbles the ball more than any quarterback in the NFL? I think that was like 15-1. and Leonard Williams to get a strip sack and recover the strip sack was 80-1. Just throwing it out there. Not bad. I'm not doing it.
All right,
Just throwing it out there.
that's the Super Bowl prop bet. Now we're really getting into the
Yeah,
weeds here. Yeah.
exactly.
And then if we're going to talk about getting into the weeds with some crazy picks, these are my warning label. Just saw them on the book. Maybe or maybe not have taken them. That's for you to decide. But just some fun ones that I was like, I like these. The first one is any defensive player to win the Super Bowl MVP. That is 13-1 on DraftKings. I like this a lot. It happens every couple of years. It actually happened in the Seahawks' last Super Bowl win against the Broncos. Was it Malcolm Smith, right? That random linebacker that had the pick six.
Yeah. Yes.
He won it. It can
Yes.
happen. And the Seahawks have some great corners. They have some great random linebackers. I could totally see it. I could see the Patriots doing the same thing. Maybe Gonzalez really does lock up JSN. It just takes a pick six, maybe a strip sack, like you said. Maybe Leonard Williams gets that strip sack. Maybe he recovers it and takes it to the house.
Yeah.
You never know. It doesn't take much in the Super Bowl. So I was like, I kind of like it. And then the other one is kickoff return for a touchdown, just because I love both return guys for both teams. Marcus Jones for the Patriots, so shifty, such a great player. He's a defensive back, but he does punt and kick off returns. He's great. And then the other one being Rashid Shaheed for the Seahawks. He's so fast. He did it against the Niners a couple games ago. I love this a lot, and it's 22-1. I love that one. And then we got my buddy Austin in the chat. Says, I think it's an absolute rout with the Seahawks winning 34-13. Damn, Austin. With May throwing 3 picks, 2 of which being to Eamon Worry. I love this.
Well, so
hold on.
Here's my thing. Yeah.
Austin went to South Carolina, so that's why he's saying Eamon Worry. Just want to throw that out there.
Got it. Checks out. The one thing I will say about this game is that the way everyone's been talking about it, and I kind of agree. Like, I think the Patriots, there's only 3 options, right? The Patriots win a close game, Seattle wins in a close game, or Seattle wins in a blowout. No one's talking about the Patriots possibly winning in a blowout because the Seattle defense.
Hey, nobody talked about the Eagles winning in a blowout last year.
Kind of agree. I mean, I don't know. The Chiefs were weird last year.
Yeah, no, they were. Fair.
They went like 9-0 and like 1-score games or something like that. Some crazy.
Yes.
But I hear a lot of that is not as hot of a take, I think, that as some people might think. I think the hotter take in media right now would be the Patriots winning by more than a touchdown, if you want me to be honest with you.
I kind of agree, actually. I do agree. If you really want to be daring, it would be like, Patriots minus 6.5 or something like that. I agree.
Yeah. Like I feel like more people are taking Seattle minus 13.5.
Yeah. All right, Davis, let's really get into the games here. I know we've talked a little bit. Let's really get into it. And if you have any questions, if you're watching, throw them in the chat, because let's do our official picks and we can debate all that stuff. If you have picks, throw them in there. Or if you know us well enough, give us a phone call and we'll throw you on the freaking group chat.
Yep. And speaking of, we're going to give, I don't know if he's watching right now, but we're going to give buddy Ryan Breaks pick here before we take ours. So Ethan, let's take it away here.
Shout Ryan.
How's it going, boys? For the big game, I am predicting the Seattle Seahawks will beat the New England Patriots 24-20.
Ooh.
For some extra predictions, the anthem will go over. The coin toss will be tails. The color will be orange, and Sam Darnold MVP. Take it easy, boys, and go Birds, baby.
Yes, sir.
Best part about that, tails.
I love the Gatorade color. I'm not gonna lie. Orange is a great pick because in your mind you're like blue, easy. They both teams are blue. No, that's too obvious. Maybe red because the Patriots are red if they win. Maybe green for the same reason. They're also a little green. Nah. Whenever you have that, like the Niners and Chiefs both were red. Everyone thought that happened. And I think the color was like purple. So I think they go something different, something unique. I like orange a lot. That's kind of the most opposite way of both colors, in my opinion.
All right. So I've got the odds up right here. We've got orange.
This is what we're really talking about here, guys.
Orange is plus 225. That's the favorite. Yellow, green, or lime is next at plus 260. That would actually probably be my pick. I don't know. I don't know why the yellow to me just feels athletic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just
I mean, that is the
feels
classic,
like,
though. Like, if you're talking about, like, the original flavor, it's that one.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Right in line with that. Also at plus 260 is blue. Purple plus 750, red or pink 11-1. This is
Okay.
crazy. Water or clear at 11-1.
Clear.
Don't they have a new flavor of a clear flavor of Gatorade?
I'm not a big Gatorade guy, actually.
No Gatorade bath, Ethan. 50-1. What if it's Powerade in there? Like, how does that get judged? You know?
No,
I
that's
mean?
what they
Like,
mean. No, they mean no bath at all.
Okay.
Powerade would have to count. They'd have to count the color. They know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, what if it's something crazy? I don't know what it would be, but like,
Yeah.
apparently
yeah.
I'm hearing in the second half of the game, there could be a little bit of rain. So like, why would we dump it on him? He's already wet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
take a shot at it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. All right, let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this game here.
All right, Ethan.
Davis, this is your prediction, but let's start to really talk about this game.
Yeah. So I've debated this all week, right?
Okay.
I do not feel super confident about my winner here. Patriots over the Seahawks at 23, Seahawks 21. But I do feel 53% confident that the Patriots will cover plus 4.5. I just feel like that because it's going to be a defensive battle, I think the Patriots can come away. And I think Drake May being fully healthy for maybe the first time this whole playoff run,
Yeah,
I think he could put on a little bit of a show here.
I agree.
And I think this is the first time that Seattle's truly running into a defense as good as Vrabel has the Pats defense playing right now. Pats defense is finally healthy too. I'm not super confident on this, but I have my MVP as Drake May. I'm pretty sure you can find right now like plus 200-ish to win Super Bowl MVP. I don't see like I don't know if I see this being like I could see, you know how I could see this ending? I could see this ending with the Seahawks not converting a 2-point conversion and the Patriots winning 23-21.
All right. You're crossing.
Maybe there's already there could be a 2-point conversion already.
You're crisscrossing your picks here. You said Cooper Kupp MVP, now you're saying Drake May MVP.
No.
Take 2-point conversion, and now you're saying what if this game ends with no?
I never said Cooper Kupp MVP. He is a Super Bowl MVP.
That was what you gave out.
No, I didn't.
Cooper Kupp, you gave that on your props page.
No, just over 3.5 receptions.
Okay, all right.
He did win Super Bowl MVP that one year though.
No, I know he did. All right, my bad.
I don't know. I'm not feeling extremely confident about this.
Why? Because I mean, I'll give it away in a second. I also took the Patriots
because I think I trust Vrabel. Is why
I agree.
I think the Patriots have a good chance of winning this game.
Yeah,
I trust Mike Vrabel in this game, and nothing against Mike McDonald. He's just he's a newer guy, and I feel like that there needs to be a little bit of seniority when it comes to winning the Super Bowl.
I don't even think him not being there matters. I just think Vrabel having been there multiple times as a player matters.
For sure. And obviously it means a lot for Vrabel. He would actually be the first coach to win the Super Bowl as a player and a coach for the same team. Look at this. Here we go. We got a mirror.
I trust Ethan and Dave with my life. Go Seahawks. See,
look, I don't blame anybody that thinks the Seahawks are going to.
I would also do that if I was listening to a random YouTube show with like 4 people watching, and they're both picking the Patriots. I would also pick the Seahawks. There's no hate on that. I totally get it. I do.
Not at all. This is a very prop heavy Super Bowl for me. I actually don't have the spread or over under of this game at all.
What about money
strictly
line?
Props? No, nothing. I just have strictly props.
All right.
So Travion Henderson better get 3 receiving yards.
Fair. No, I like it a lot, and I mean, I also picked the Patriots as well. I'll give you a couple more points. Patriots by 4, 21-17. I think it could be a weird scoring game. I almost, I put on here a prop I liked was Scoregami. I think it could be a weird game, maybe safety or some weird crap like that. But I don't know. Regardless, I do think the Patriots are going to take this one. And my couple points on this are Vrabel. Agree. Everything on that front. Even besides all that stuff that he did playing, he took this Titans to the AFC Championship Uh, and with like Ryan Tannehill's the quarterback, he beat like Brady in New England that same year. I mean, that was one of the most like impressive coaching jobs I've ever seen. And it could have been Joe Schmo as the coach, and I still would have been like, that guy is awesome. So Vrabel knows what he's doing, and I think Drake May is clearly better than Tannehill. I'm not going to talk about running backs because Derrick Henry was awesome, but like he does have a better roster than I think he's ever had. And maybe you can talk about the AFC Championship going a different way. If the weather is, different, if they play in a dome or something of that. But I really think this Patriots team, the way they handled that Texans team, and you can talk about Stroud and what the Texans could or couldn't do, but like they've beaten some impressive teams, and people are talking about Drake May, and they're talking about I hate the Patriots, the schedule, all this stuff. And the Seahawks, I'm sorry, have had some impressive wins themselves, but this Patriots defense is better than people give them credit for. And I mean, Will Campbell, if he plays better after a couple weeks of rest, a couple weeks of figuring his stuff out, looking at film, looking at those defensive guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, I do think the Patriots can win this game. And obviously, again, if I was watching this, I would hammer Seahawks minus 8.5, 9.5, 10.5. I get it. Because I do think the Seahawks are the better team. But this is the Super Bowl, man. And the New England Patriots, when they get in the Super Bowl, they find a way to win. Against the Eagles, that's a different story. That after 2020 or whatever you want to call it, whatever those years were. So I do think the New England Patriots are going to take this one. But again, I really don't feel too confident in it either. I really don't. Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl sounds like, something out of a movie. It sounds awesome.
Let me get you a good stat. Underdogs in the Super Bowl the last 5 years. Underdogs 5 for 5 covering the spread and have won 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls.
See, now that's a stat we should have led with, because that's a great stat. A lot of people love to hate on the favorite. And honestly, I wouldn't say that there really is one. I know we just hyped up both teams and talked about them endlessly, but like this is a fresh matchup with 2 up-and-coming teams, 2 up-and-coming coaches who, this isn't like boom or bust for them, but like who's going to start a new dynasty? Who's going to start a new era? Mike Macdonald, people didn't even know who the hell this guy was 3 months ago. I know the season started over 3 months ago, but people still didn't know who he was. They're like, oh, the Seahawks coach. So I really, really can't wait for the Super Bowl, man. I mean, people also hate on the halftime show of Bad Bunny or Babooni or whatever, however you say it.
You just want to hear Chambea or whatever.
Yeah, I want to hear Chambea. That's a great song. People are going to love Bad Bunny after this. So hopefully he does some kind of like hybrid thing that people can understand it a little bit better, because it is the Super Bowl and like 100 gajillion people are going to watch. But I'm really excited for it. It's going to be a fun show. Probably commercials are going to suck, because I saw that it costs like $8 to $9 million for a Super Bowl this year. Super Bowl commercial this year.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts?
Insane.
Yeah. So, but what are you excited for the Super Bowl? Anything else you want to talk about?
Man, I am excited to just relax, honestly, and watch it. I feel like over the past few years, like with the Eagles being in it, which obviously not like I ever don't want the Eagles to be in the Super Bowl, but with the win last year, it was so exciting, like going to the parade and all that fun stuff. When we lost a few years ago, it was devastating. It literally like ruined my month. But I feel like I'm just excited to like sit on the couch, honestly, actually be able to sit and watch a football game
and enjoy a football game and not care about who wins or loses. To be honest,
correct. Yeah,
because the Eagles off years, we do root against the Niners. I don't want the Niners to win at all.
Correct. And I feel like the years that Mahomes is in it, like I'm rooting against him. Like I am like, if you tell me, like you're seriously telling me that either Drake May or Sam Darnold is going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback, that's pretty cool. Like that is pretty cool. And it tells you that, I mean, it is a real stat that this is statistically the most unlikely Super Bowl in history of teams like coming into the year, how they were projected. This is literally the most unlikely Super Bowl, and that's that's fun too. Like we're going to
Yeah.
be talking about the Super Bowl for years, I think, especially if it comes down to the wire. And hopefully Sam Darnold doesn't throw an interception at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, that would be if that happened.
How crazy would that be?
I mean, talk about the headlines. That would be maybe the craziest. I was just watching actually a 1980 U.S. men's hockey documentary on Netflix. It's phenomenal. Go watch it. It's great. But in it, like Al Michaels is interviewed, and he's like, "Oh, nothing can ever top that in sports ever." And I actually agree with him. But like, if that happened, if another interception was thrown on the 1 yard line in a Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl,
Yeah.
come on, that would be the greatest thing ever. That would, like, come
Yeah.
on.
I know.
And then before we get out of here, a couple quick things that we did not plan. Anthony Davis to the Wizards with Trae Young? What?
That's a 2K roster.
I was
bro.
about to say that. I was about to say that's the most
That's-
2K. You simulate a year because you're trying to get some guys or whatever, and then you're like, what? Who's where? LeBron's on the
Yeah.
Pistons? What?
Yeah.
That's the kind of Anthony Davis and Trae Young on the same team kind of thing. And then
No.
how about Jeremy King getting dumped? That sucked.
Yeah. I mean, we clearly weren't playing him.
Our
Like,
nail
it was
our nail
bound to
painted
happen.
Prince.
Yeah, I don't know. He was
For a
not
luxury
two,
tax.
he was not 2 days into college. We need apparently what I heard actually is that Morey was
Sources.
going to use that pick. Morey was going to use that pick that we got for another upgrade the next day, like before the trade
And he
deadline.
swung and
Nothing
missed.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happened. I mean, nothing really happened around the league, honestly, deadline day. Everything happened the day before,
Yeah.
which was also kind of
I saw something that everyone was afraid of, the Mark Williams thing that happened last year where they trade for a player, he feels the physical, and then you can't make any other moves because it was too last second. Honestly,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, not a great deadline.
I don't know. What are you going to do, though? I mean, Jaren Jackson got moved. That was kind of low key, actually.
That was
Jaren Jackson got moved.
yeah, I love
Also,
that lineup.
your annual Harden move happened this time to Cleveland. Are we
I love
setting
that.
up Donovan
I love
Mitchell, James Harden, and LeBron? Yeah.
I was thinking about that because I was going through something for NBA, and I was like, is LeBron just going to enter free agency and go to the Cavs? Is that just what's going to happen? Seems it.
It's possible. It's very possible.
Seems it.
Like I don't know if it's probable, but I have no idea.
Yeah, and then the Sixers dumping McCain sucks. Didn't really upgrade to anybody, like you said. Well, we'll see because not having Paul George for 25 games sucks, regardless of what you think of him. But basketball is gonna be a tough watch the next couple months. Get me to March. Get me to March for some good college ball. We got UConn St. John's on tonight. It's a great game.
Go Huskies.
I hate when you say that. Go Cats, baby. Go Cats, baby. I hate both those teams, but I hope the Huskies lose every single day of the week. Every day of the week.
Yeah, good luck with your Villanova future to win the conference.
I never did that. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
All right. Well, it's probably it for us on this late Friday evening. Gonna be a great Super Bowl weekend. I'm very, very excited. Make sure that you go to our YouTube, like and subscribe. I know it's so cliche to say that, but make sure you do that. You go to our Instagram, follow us, all that good stuff. We're gonna try and pump out some more content of the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months. As you can see, we got these new microphones. We're not messing around, folks. We're not.
No,
Make sure that
no,
you're
we're not.
paying attention, showing some love to the channel. We appreciate that. Amir, always a pleasure. We appreciate that. Anything else?
Hey, if anyone wants a guest spot,
Yeah.
seriously, text
DM us on Instagram.
comment, whatever.
We're more than happy.
Seriously.
Yep.
If anyone wants to give some takes or rattle them off the two of us, I would absolutely love it.
I would love to debate one of you fools. I would take you down. Let's talk about college football NIL. Let's talk about the disparagement. Let's do it all. I'm so in.
Let's do a lunch bet next week. Let's
No.
have somebody come on for let's have somebody come on for a lunch bet.
Okay. All right. Fair.
You against him. It's like the Joey Cole cuts. It's like the Hater series that Bob Sports is doing right now. Let's get an Ethan Hater on here.
I would love to get Amir on here and just debate something about WWE. We can do that all day.
Ooh. Is Dominic Mysterio seriously the international? When you told me that,
International,
like,
intercontinental, dude. Come on.
whatever. It's like the third best belt.
All right. Let's roll the outro. We're talking about nonsense now. All right, everybody. We'll see you.